In a world where every royal appearance is scrutinized and every absence fuels headlines, one conspicuous no-show has triggered a storm of speculation across Europe's royal-watching circles. As the world's most influential monarchs, dignitaries, and political leaders gathered in Vatican City for the monumental inauguration of Pope Leo I, a new era was being ushered in, one marked by unity, peace, and global dialogue. Yet, amid the shimmering presence of kings, queens, emperors, and statesmen, one royal couple was glaringly absent. Queen Mary and King Frederik X of Denmark, beloved figures of a newly rejuvenated Danish monarchy, were the only royals from reigning European houses who did not attend this globally televised event. Why? Was it a quiet protest cloaked in diplomatic silence? Was it a matter of scheduling, symbolism, or even deeper religious or political motivations? Or could this be a sign of shifting alliances, and an unraveling of something more personal beneath the serene royal exterior? Join us as we dive deep into exclusive details, royal protocols, historical context, body language analyses, insider commentary, and explosive public reactions in what is turning out to be one of the most controversial royal non-appearances in decades. Subscribe now to stay updated on the latest royal drama, diplomacy, and elegance. And don't forget to turn on notifications to never miss a story. The grandeur of Pope Leo's inauguration was unmatched. The opulence of the St. Peter's Basilica, dressed in symbolic white and gold, welcomed heads of state, spiritual leaders, and royal families from across the globe. King Philippe of Belgium, Queen Maxima and King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands, King Felipe VI of Spain, Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden, King Harold V of Norway, and even Princess Charlene of Monaco, all attended, their presence affirming decades of diplomatic ties with the Vatican. The absence of Denmark's reigning monarchs, especially considering the nation's historical connection to religious reform and recent openness to international interfaith dialogues, was not just surprising. It was unprecedented. In the corridors of European diplomacy, silence speaks louder than speeches. So, what was Denmark trying to say? To understand the gravity of this absence, we must first appreciate the man at the center of the global celebration, Pope Leo I, the first pope in over 50 years to hail from Latin America, known for his progressive yet traditional stance, his commitment to environmental causes, and a deep emphasis on healing global divides. His inauguration was not just a ceremony. It was a moment of hope, a message to the world that reconciliation and diplomacy could transcend borders. It was, according to the Vatican, a gathering of the faithful and the powerful, a symbol of shared responsibility in a divided world. So why did Queen Mary and King Frederik choose to miss it? Historically, the Danish royal family has maintained a warm yet pragmatic relationship with the Vatican. While Denmark is predominantly Lutheran, a result of the Reformation, the nation has participated in ecumenical dialogues, religious tolerance initiatives, and cultural exchanges with the Holy See. Queen Margrethe II, before her abdication, met with multiple pontiffs and maintained cordial relationships with Catholic leaders, despite religious differences. Queen Mary, who hails from Australia and is deeply involved in humanitarian efforts through the Mary Foundation, has spoken passionately about unity across faiths. King Frederik, known for his statesman-like demeanor, has represented Denmark on countless religious and international occasions. So their absence wasn't a simple diplomatic lapse. It was a decision. And decisions, especially by reigning monarchs, always carry meaning. We spoke to royal historian Drive Henrik Laustsen, who has followed the Danish monarchy for over 3 decades. This was not a missed flight or scheduling error. The Danish royals are meticulous. If they were absent, it was deliberate. Whether for political, personal, or religious reasons, we cannot ignore the symbolism. Vatican scholar Isabella Greco added, the inauguration was not simply religious. It was diplomatic. Attendance was an endorsement. Absence, by extension, becomes a form of silent dissent, or hesitation. But what would Queen Mary and King Frederik possibly dissent from? Let's explore the theories. Scheduling conflict. Some speculate that the king and queen were pre-committed to national events or health-related absences. However, no official engagements were listed for either of them on the royal calendar for that week. In fact, their schedules were cleared. So this theory crumbles quickly. Religious discrepancy. Denmark is a Lutheran country. Could the absence stem from theological differences? While religious distinctions exist, Other Protestant monarchs, such as Sweden's and Norway's, attended with grace. Moreover, Queen Mary herself has participated in interfaith discussions and has never shown religious intolerance. This theory doesn't hold much weight. Quiet protest or political neutrality. One growing theory is that Denmark, currently navigating delicate EU debates about religious neutrality, opted for a low-profile stance. Could this have been an attempt to remain politically unaligned in a new era where faith, politics, and diplomacy are more intertwined than ever? Personal reasons or private disapproval. There have been whispers in the corridors of European palaces that Queen Mary and King Frederik may harbor concerns about certain political stances taken by the new pope, particularly on refugee resettlement, family roles, or gender policies. Could a personal disagreement, never publicly expressed, have shaped this decision? On Danish social media, the reaction was divided. Some applauded the king and queen for staying true to their faith and national identity. Others felt embarrassed, saying that Denmark appeared distant or dismissive on the world stage. A viral post on Twitter read, "Every crown was there but ours. It's like Denmark doesn't care about unity anymore." Another post defended the royals. "Maybe silence is better than performative diplomacy. I trust Queen Mary." Royal forums across Europe debated this passionately. Was this regal restraint or diplomatic defiance? Interestingly, the days leading up to the inauguration saw Queen Mary and King Frederik photographed at Grafton Palace, their expressions subdued, distant, and formal. Body language analyst Clara Jensen remarked, "Mary's posture was closed, with a protective arm fold. Frederik's gaze was lowered. Something was weighing on them. This was not a happy couple preparing for spring events. It looked like contemplation, even regret." Could this have been linked to the Vatican invitation? And more curiously, could this absence have signaled deeper tensions behind palace walls? The Vatican has maintained its traditional policy of non-intervention in royal attendance matters. There was no official statement from Pope Leo's office regarding Denmark's absence. However, sources within the Vatican press corps suggested that Denmark's absence was noted with quiet disappointment. Was this diplomatic coldness or simply protocol? With the new pope emphasizing climate diplomacy, refugee advocacy, and gender equality, there is a growing divide among European royals. Some, like King Felipe and Queen Letizia of Spain, embrace the Vatican's progressive stance. Others, like Denmark's king and queen, may tread more carefully, seeking to preserve national sovereignty and avoid deep entanglement in politically charged religious dialogue. Could this be a sign of an emerging, new royal alignment, where monarchies begin choosing sides based on ideology, not just tradition? Queen Mary, a modern icon of grace and dignity, has cultivated a powerful image on the world stage, blending elegance with advocacy. Her foundation's work has tackled domestic violence, youth mental health, and women's rights. Yet, this absence may have subtly shifted her global perception. Was this her first major misstep, or was it a display of principled leadership? Supporters argue she chose silence over spectacle. Critics say she missed a moment to shine alongside other queens and first ladies. 10 days before inauguration, no public statements from the Danish court. 5 days before, Vatican confirms attendance of all major royal houses, except Denmark. 3 days before, Queen Mary photographed in Copenhagen, no engagement listed. Day of event. Royal Palace website blank for both king and queen. 3 days after, Queen Mary appears at a private luncheon with no media present. 7 days after, first public engagement since the absence, still no comment. The silence is deafening. Christina Huld, Danish royal reporter. I believe there's more behind the curtain than we are allowed to see. Queen Mary is not someone who misses global events lightly. Robert Newberry, royal commentator for The Times. This absence was choreographed. The silence is its own message. In a world that expects warmth and visibility from its royals, Denmark may face cooling diplomatic ties, not with hostility, but with distance. Will Pope Leo extend an olive branch privately? Will Queen Mary visit Rome in a solo diplomatic gesture? Or is this the beginning of a new royal doctrine of detachment? In the world of crowns and crosses, gestures speak louder than words. Queen Mary and King Frederik may have missed an event, or they may have sent a message. The question is no longer, why weren't they there? The question is, What do you think lies behind Queen Mary and King Frederik's unprecedented absence from Pope Leo's historic inauguration? Was it a private decision, a political maneuver, or a symbol of something deeper happening within Denmark's monarchy? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more royalty stories that go beyond the headlines.